Ida for refusing to let my brother move into my house after he got kicked out, even though I have a spare room. I'm a 29-year-old guy, and like most people my age, I've spent the last several years grinding to build a stable life. I worked overtime, saved obsessively, skipped unnecessary trips, and lived frugally so I could finally do the one thing my family always told me I'd never be able to afford: buy my own house before 30. Well, I did it. A small 2-bedroom home, nothing fancy, but fully mine. My name on the paperwork, my payments, my responsibility, my peace. But apparently, not everyone thinks it should be my peace. Enter my older brother, Marco, 32. Growing up, he was always the golden child, the firstborn, the one my parents bragged about, the one who had so much potential. Except he never did anything with that potential. He dropped out of college, jumped from job to job, spent money like it burned his hands, and somehow always ended up down on his luck. And guess who always bailed him out? Our parents, our relatives. And when I got older and started working, I never minded helping before. He's my brother, after all. But he developed this attitude, entitlement disguised as confidence. He always believed everything would work itself out because someone else would fix it. Fast forward to 2 months ago. Marco got kicked out of his apartment for not paying rent for 3 months. He blamed his landlord for being dramatic, blamed his boss for not giving him more hours, even though he voluntarily skipped shifts, blamed his co-workers for snitching, blamed the economy, blamed literally everyone except himself. He showed up at my house late at night with 2 trash bags full of clothes and said, "Bro, I just need to crash here a week or 2. I looked at him, exhausted, and said the truth. A week or 2 is going to turn into months. You need to stay with mom and dad. He rolled his eyes and said, "I already asked." Dad said no. Mom says their place is too small. That was my first red flag. My parents never said no to him. If even they refused, something was seriously off. I told him I needed time to think. He immediately got mad. "You have a whole extra room. What's there to think about? My house, my rules, my peace." I told him I'd let him sleep on the couch for a night, but only for that one night. The next morning, while I was getting ready for work, I caught him moving his stuff into my second bedroom, the room I use as a home office. He even had the audacity to say, "If I organize it, it'll look better. You don't even use half this space." That was it. I told him to stop immediately. He acted like I was the unreasonable one. He kept pushing. "You're seriously going to let your own brother be homeless? You're really that cold now. You're just jealous because I'm the older one. You think you're better just because you bought a house. Mom and dad will think you're heartless." And the line that pissed me off the most: "So what if I stay longer? You don't even have a wife or kids. What do you need all this space for?" I told him to leave. He refused. So I grabbed his bags, put them outside, and said, "I love you, but I'm not responsible for fixing your life." He yelled. He insulted me. He said he hoped I lose this house so you understand what real struggle feels like. Then he left. An hour later, my parents called, furious. Not at him, at me. "Why can't you help your brother? You know he has nowhere to go. You're being selfish. He's family. That room is just rotting away anyway. You should support each other." They completely ignored the part where he tried to move in without permission, where he insulted me, where he refused to leave. When I brought those things up, my mom said, "That's just how he is. Be the bigger person." I told them no, firmly. And since then, everything has turned into chaos. My parents say I'm cold and ungrateful. My relatives think I am a show-off who cares more about my house than my family. Marco went online and made a dramatic Facebook post about being abandoned by the people you thought loved you. His friends started messaging me saying I'm cruel. But the truth is, if I let him in, I know he'll never leave. He'll eat my food, use my electricity, skip job hunting, and drain me mentally and financially. I worked too hard to build this life. I refuse to let him drag me down. But now I'm wondering, Aita for refusing to let my own brother move into my house, even though I technically have space? Thanks for watching. Tap like and subscribe if you're into wild Reddit drama. Speech Balloon got an opinion? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you would have done.